Hey there, I'm Mastin Kipp, founder of thedailylove.com, and welcome to Daily Love TV. I get asked all the time, we have so many people inside the Daily Love community, whether it's at a seminar, a retreat, or online, the blogs and the comments, and they're on the spiritual path, right? And they're doing their thing, they're praying, they're meditating, they're getting their diet on point, they're getting rid of sugar, they're really trying to live on purpose. And then they look around and they see maybe a mom, a dad, a spouse, a significant other, a family member, a friend, somebody that they love who's not making that progress at the sort of same speed. And because, we're well-intended people, we want to improve the lives of other people no matter what we do. We want to inspire people and take care of people. The people that we want to take care of most is what? It's obviously our family, our friends. And I can tell you what can be so frustrating is that sometimes those closest to us are the ones that we can't change, the ones that we can't really give this information. And it's so frustrating to read a book or discover Kundalini yoga or discover green juice or a sugar-free diet or meditation or a new group of people, a new group of friends, and have this excitement, have this filling joy with the progress that you're making on your spiritual path and want to share that. And you see someone so close to you in pain. And so the question is, well, how do I help those around me that are in pain? How do I do that? And the reality is you can give them the tools, you can inform them, but most of the time when someone's in that sad, depressed, anxious state and you're around there now all like Mr. and Mrs. Happy, coming to them and saying, hey man, you're messed up and I need to help you, it actually has an adverse effect. It has almost a counter effect to what we really want. And while we might want those close to us to be happy, coming to them and telling them, well, you got to do this, you got to do yoga, you got to do meditate and do this affirmation and read this book, can come off a lot of times as a judgment. And so remember, the whole aim of the spiritual path and the personal growth books that you read and the blogs that you read and the images that you like on Facebook and the things that you retweet and the Instagram posts and the whole purpose of this whole spiritual movement is for you to be a loving person. Right? It's not to become some, just weird, sort of preachy person that telling other people what they should do. It's really about being a loving person. And when people are at those rock bottoms or when they're in those depressed states or in those sad states, that's when they need your love the most, and not judgmental love. Love where you accept them right where they are. You hear them right where they are. And a lot of times as we're on that spiritual growth path, we want to help other people, but there's a whole 12-step process around codependents who like to help addicts called Al-Anon. And in Al-Anon, it's really all about realizing, I can't change this other person. I'm powerless over other people. So you can give them tools, you can give them everything that you want, you can give them books, you can send them the daily love, you can do all these things, but at the end of the day, it's their choice on whether they want to change. And the other thing is, everyone's personal growth path is different. I know plenty of people that have never read, say, a Wayne Dyer book, but are some of the most loving people I've met. And trust me, I've met plenty of people who have read Wayne Dyer's books who, to be really honest, are kind of jerks. Never you, maybe someone right? So it's not about the material, it's about how we're showing up. So if there's someone in your life who's suffering, if there's someone in your life who you want to elevate, right? Well, the first thing you want to do is you want to stop judging them as being less spiritual than you or less evolved than you. We all have a growing edge. We all have our next step that we have to take, and you don't want to judge their spiritual process. The second thing that you want to do is you want to love them right where they are, right? We don't want to, part of the problem is you try to get people to see the road ahead, but sometimes we can be so stuck in a story and so stuck in not feeling good that we can't see outside of that. And so we want to love someone right where they are and have empathy and compassion for them. 3, you do want to give them tools and tips and everything that to help better their lives. But ultimately, you don't want to become a preacher in their life. You want to become the person that they call that you can love up on them, that you can take care of them. And then also 4, if it's getting super toxic where you just feel like you're giving and giving and giving and giving and giving, sometimes it's appropriate to separate from that relationship and really just focus on your own self-love. Because a lot of times when we're on the personal growth path, what we can do is we can spend so much time focused on trying to fix and solve other people's problems that what do? We completely ignore our own. right? So ultimately the message is stay in your own lane, focus on yourself, focus on taking care of yourself, focus on doing things that really light you up, that brings that self-love forward, and then definitely help other people. But don't serve and help other people at the expense of missing out on your dreams. You know, a lot of times I see people that, you know, pick romantic partners because they want to fix them, right? Bad idea. That we know how that road ends. So ultimately it's about staying in your own lane, recognizing that even with the people that you love most, you are powerless, and you can show up and you can give them the gifts, but ultimately what they need is not more preaching. What they need is more love. So how can you be that for yourself and for them today? I'm curious. As always, down below this video, if you're over at thedailylove.com, all the comments happen down below. We have a great discussion happening. If you're watching this on YouTube or on Facebook or somewhere else, head on over to thedailylove.com, leave a comment, join in on the conversation. And most importantly, and as always, here at Daily Love TV, remember to take action and make it real. Can you believe it? My new book, Daily Love, Growing into Grace, is out September 9th. I can't wait to share it with you. To check out all the information on how to pre-order and order the book, head on over to growingintograce.com for all the information.